Alright, so I'm back and it looks like it's finished. To be honest, I don't know how long it took because I just came in and now it's 12:53. That's 1.5 hours ago. So after that you can go through all this. I'm not gonna do that now because later on, I mean, we're still in the building process, so it's not really necessary. And so let's continue. So since I was using the system D, optional, the remainder of the handbook alongside. So if you open this, if you click it there, for example, now you can go through here. I believe system D. This will be on the Gentoo sources. Later on, I'm gonna talk about the upstream monitor port because okay, so let's try this. Oh no, why is already so this will be carried out after the compilation or the system I mean the kernel. Okay, but let's go down to the bootloader hostname. I think it's mentioned here. Time zone, for example. So there is a time zone for system D. So I'm gonna copy this and then just change to. I know that my zone info is in Asia, so should be ready there. Configuring the locales. Now we need to configure this and then uncomment the. For now, I just need to enable the enabling US. So uncomment this. UTF-8, UTF-8. Anything in here. Alright. Throw off. Exit. And then carry out the local gen command. Local gen. So it generates now these two. And select locale list. So this is not selected to 5, so I want to select this number 4. Select locale set 4. Alright, so run to up the variable on your shell, setting the early warnings and so on and so on. So we're just gonna reload again. Alright, just copy again, check. Okay, it's an 8. So now we are now on the one of the fun part. So this is optional Linux firmware, but I highly suggest, because then this will be like, this will help you later on. Otherwise, when you compile your kernel, there will be a lot of errors. So I'm gonna compile this, and later on we can go through all the, I mean, once you have a system up running, because your main goal now is to have a system running up that you have that you can boot it into your system. So later on, that's the main goal now. I mean, having a Gentoo is I mean, using a Gentoo is not like I mentioned earlier on my initial video. Having a Gentoo is not like you install and then you work on it. No, it requires some time. It requires some patience, because you currently need to read a lot. Okay, so later on, we don't have to go all through this now because, as I said earlier, we just need to go. We just need to go. We just need to have it up and running. So in that case, for the kernel compilation, if you are new to the kernel compilation, I would highly suggest you use the kernel bin. This one. No, sorry. The installing the kernel sources. So you can use the distribution core kernel. You can use the and so on and so forth. This is my recommendation for you guys. But since I have been using already the Gentoo sources, this is what I'm gonna use now. So later on, or as I mentioned earlier, as I keep mentioning now, you just need to go and boot into your Gentoo first. And then later on you can, because initially I did the manual compilation and it was like, I think I chroot a lot of times because I cannot really boot into my system. So since I have already config on my system, I'm just gonna use this again. This you should emerge the kernel bin, or there's also an alternative here, the gen kernel, and manual compilation here. It will take you forever. Really, trust me. Okay, now I want the experimental version, so I'm just gonna add this to nano etc portage package that use, because I want the experimental build so I can have the kernel. Now I need to add it here, and we need to put the experimental all right. So when you merge again, it should be already there enabled. All right. Now I want to copy the config I was looking at earlier already. I have the config here on my Gentoo Hyperland. I have Gentoo Hyperland, I have Gentoo Sway. Basically the config there is it's just same, so I want to copy this into the USR because this is like a semi-manual. Where is that now? It's gonna be here. Alright, so it's in there. Let's see if this one will work. No, I don't think so. Okay, let's try. So we need to move it to USR SRC Linux. Oh, cancel. Should be CP there. I don't think it will work. See, because we are in the chroot, so we need to go outside and put it in MNT Gentoo. You know what? I'm just gonna copy this Gentoo USR SRC Linux. Oh, it's still not there. Cannot start. We need to select first the kernel. So we select kernel list, select kernel set 1. So should have already a folder. So it's already here. Now just gonna do this the easy way, but it's not gonna be like that. It's gonna be here. Alright, so it's already in here. Should be already. So if we go to src linux, so that config, there, it's already in there. Again, this is because I'm already used to this. You can go through this gen kernel if you wanted to. Now I'm already here on the manual configuration. Again, you don't have to do this, but since I'm already used to it, so it's already here. All right. Processor type, it's already there. Okay, good. So no need to do anything else here. You can watch on this video, so it will just help you later on when you do a manual compilation. I believe there's a lot of videos. Mental Outlaw, I think he have a good video of it. There's also one guy, I think HM Magellan. That's his name, HM Magellan. No. YouTube upgrade Gentoo kernel. Why am I? See here. Mental Outlaw is there. Yeah, HM Magellan Linux. This guy, he have a lot of how to in Gentoo, and you should check him out because he also have a good how to on Gentoo. See, I have my video here about the kernel upgrade. So anyway, if we go into there, oh wait, I want to cancel this because I want to have a when making the make, I want to assign all the cores instead. So J32 and J32. This should be faster compilation. Yay! So I could hear now my system. I don't know if you can hear it on the background. My friend could see in here as well. There's something wrong here. This is not right. You just need to change it later on the waybar. This is not a big deal. But I know that the load on my system is, see, almost 100%. Alright, so this is, I believe, on the C's class HWinfo. Where's that HWinfo? No, I forgot. I may just have a look on my location of this temperature. Yeah, HWmon. So HWmon. Let's see, no, not that one. Let's close this. So I don't think that's the one. Yeah, it's NVMe. And this is just like an extra. Now I'm just compiling it manually. There's also a so this must be the one, K10 and in temp information. So now it's on 87 degrees. So hwmon3 temp1 hwmon3. Okay, it will not auto update even though I reload. This is a way bar. I think that's how Hyperland is, and on what I call this, on Sway, it will auto reload also the way bar. So, never mind. I think there is a way. Hold on. That config hyper scripts is on the status bar. So let me just go ahead. Nope, didn't work. Permission, it is working. Way bar, main bar. That's my wife. Alright, so we finished with the kernel compile. Now we just need to make install. Okay. Oop. So it's already installed on boot. Very good. Now we can verify that. cd. So it's already here. The VM Linux is already here. Now, if you want, this is optional. And I'm not using the Ja.KooLit. I'm using actually the Gen kernel to install the Initramfs. I'm just gonna install the Gen kernel first because I don't think I have a Gen kernel. Emerge AB Gen kernel. Yep, I don't have. Oh, this video is taking a long time. As I mentioned earlier, the installing a Gentoo is not a walk in the park that you just install and forget about it. It's not like a Manjaro, for example, or Fedora. Okay, Fedora, that's just too long to install, in my opinion. Okay, it's not longer than Gentoo, but I don't like generally Fedora. DNF is just so slow. Never mind. Not talking about, not targeting any other. Wow, it's too slow here. Right, it's taking a lot. Let's go look at the use flags. Use flags. Let me see here. Only firmware and IBM. I think firmware. Yeah, it should be. What is happening here? It's downloading like a lot. I wonder why. Never mind. It needs the system, so I just let it. Again, my main goal is to just put into the system and later on customize the way you want it. Again, the portation kit, it's better you do that because it's just faster, way faster connection than this rsync. Rsync is just way too slow, in my opinion. Okay, I think I'm gonna post the video, otherwise the video will just be long time. No, it's done now. Yeah, this system. Okay, good. So we just need to install the Initramfs Gen kernel Initramfs. All right, very good. Let me see first which the Gen kernel was. Okay. Alright, so now once you finish with the kernel modules, we're going to the Fstab. Now the Fstab is actually a one tricky one, because if you use this dev SDA as mentioned here, and if you have a lot of hard drive or drives in your system, chances are you cannot really boot, because it's going through the what I call it, because this might change. So I would highly suggest you use a what do you call this? You use a UUID, which is just usual. So LSBRKF. So I believe this was the STD. Now we have it here now we have here the UUID. Let's just wait until the Initramfs is already installed. That's just my opinion. These partition labels, sometimes they change. Like I said, if you have a lot of hard drive on your system, chances are it might change, and then it will not boot up the system. System will just complain. And I wonder why it's taking a long time. Reduce number of threads from 32 to 12 do not exceed memory usage. I think that was on the kernel, Gen kernel settings. Can go through that one later on. All right, so if we go in here, should be already there. See here, Initramfs is already here. Let me just quick pick on the Gen kernel. Which one is? All right, firmware is there. Very good. Okay, so the Fstab. Now let's configure the Fstab. So nothing in here. So it's better to just, let's say, copy this and then copy this. And for the boot, for example, now this is should be UUID ID equals, if I remember it correctly, let me just verify my Fstab. Yeah, it starts with UUID. So UUID, the boot is STD4. This one, just copy. And oops, you need a equals. So it's gonna be on boot. And of course the UUID, that will be this, and it's gonna be mounted on boot EFI. No, I don't think I have added it actually. Where is that now? It's too short. So see, I didn't even put it on here. So I have it here, none and bfat. So just gonna be follow that, and then you can use defaults for now, and then 0 0, and boot, and then swap. Of course, swap is in the STD3, so right here. swap. This is the one. Non-swap. Okay, so I need to change this because I'm using I use the btrfs. So first things first is, let me just copy this because this is just easier, and I already mounted. So you can change that later on. So here, I don't know why it's doing that. All right. Oh, no root partition here. Otherwise, the root partition will not boot. Let me just copy this. Remove the subvolume ID. I mean, if you're copying. All right. So quick change on the UUID. btrfs. Let me just make it bigger. I want to remove this, otherwise it will not boot, because that's how for some reason the Arch mount it when you generate using the Fstab. Then of course the UUID is here again. Later on you can tweak the way you wanted, even removing that label later on. I will tweak this later on. Again, this is only for btrfs. All right. So we finished now with this. Where is that now? Fstab. All right, very good. So it's already in there. Hostname. All right, so let's put the hostname. Gentoo hyper LAN. All right. Network. Now, network. You can go using the network, DHCP or NetFRC. However, on my system, I have been using a network manager for like a lot. I recommend it. I mean, it's just easier. So network manager Gentoo, and I believe so we need to add it to the make.conf. So let me just edit that one again. Portage make.conf. If you added this one, then if you add this network manager into your use flag, then the other packages will be aware of it. Network manager. All right, so we need to update the again emerge ask I mean, I'm just doing a shortcut here. New use at Word. This is the same avdun. So just gonna explain. Oh, it's gonna be again long time because all right. So adding the network manager, I should have added earlier. What? Why this one is on minus Wayland? Okay, but I don't think this will be a yeah, let's just run this. Okay, I'm gonna post the video after that. I mean, wait, just explaining all what my shortcut the AV done. Here, so it's AV done actually is the ask verbose D for update. D is for deep, small u is update, and capital N is new use. That's the one. So 4 out of 40. Okay. I'm just gonna go down here now. Actually, while this one is building, you can chroot into your system. So then you can carry out all the let's just chrooting here. You just need to do this. So for example, I want to chroot while it's in background. Oh, of course you need to switch over to su or root user source and then export. All right, so now let's exchange this to here. And this will just speed up, just waiting for the compiling the network manager. All right, so I think where am I now? I was here on the network and then the host. All right, so I think it mentioned here the host. That's it. I don't think so, but it wouldn't hurt. So 127001. So we need to add it here. For example, you can name any name, I believe. But how will it solve? No, I don't think so. etc host. Let me just verify. See, host name. You can use the host name CTL. No need to go through this one. So I'm just gonna do this. So press welcome to your new Gentoo Linux. Oh, this is already a good sign. Key map or key name, my keyboard is US. Yeah, host name is for the new system is, I'm just gonna put in like earlier hyperland. All right, so see, etc host name is already written. No, I think we still need to do this, carry out this tax home network. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this just for the I don't think it's a Gentoo.home network. And then let's just change to, no, can I make a small, I think this is my defines the current system. So my host name, I put it like Gentoo hyperlan. So let's just do that. Home network and Gentoo hyperlan. All right. Should be done if you have this optional definition for your network. Okay. Now we're gonna set the password. So password, this is for the root user. Now setting up the password, it should be at least 11 to 72 characters long. If it's less than that, then you will have some errors, all this kind of things. Okay. Systemd, so it's already there. Systemd, I believe it's already set here. Host name, it's already set to Gentoo hyperlan. And the locale, for example, should be, but nano. Yep, it's already there. And if you have this key map, special key map, which we done it already earlier. If we have changed anything at the above, then we need to update the environment. So I'm not gonna do that. Time date CTL, I think. Time date CTL help. So let's just show now the show. So its time zone is correct, and it's in UTC time. Synchronization is there. This is my local time now. NTPD and so on. All right. So network, I'm configuring the network manager. So in here, network manager, later on, if you require a connection to the Wi-Fi, then you can invoke this command. Systemctl, I'm not gonna preset all because it's just too much services. And I believe now there is this network manager which I wanted to do. Hold on. It's about the network. Let me go to the network manager here. Network manager. Here, I want to disable this because it will just wait until the network is established. So I want to disable that, of course, because the network manager is still not enabled. So 39 out of 40, great. Let's just wait for that. Black depth later on. This will be setting up the user. This is now what? How long is this video now? I think it's almost 2 hours already. Quite long. Plus the more than 1 hour, so this is now 3 hours. Well, I could do it faster, but sometimes I have to explain. But again, on my first install, believe me, took me a long time, a lot longer. And that's just my Gentoo experience. So it should be already there. Wait, actually we can jump now into installing the boot. No, never mind. So it's missing all this. I can ignore that for now. So if we, so now it's disabled. So we need to enable the service. Otherwise, when you install, then when you boot, you don't have any network. So it's better to enable now. Don't start now because you're still on chroot. Great, systemd. Alright, so we just go back here later on when you added a user, for example. System logger for the systemd is already there. Journal CTL. Systemd indexing. In order to index the file system, provide faster location. Okay. Can I install this? Locate. Why not? If you want the SSHD, so you can right here. Just gonna make it time sync, and then you need to install the file system tools. So merge AV. A is ask and verbose is V. So E2FS progs, and bfat is DOS FS tools, and then I have the btrfs, so I need to install the btrfs progs. Great. So E2FS, DOS FS tools, and prog btrfs progs. Great. So networking tools, I'm not gonna do that now because this is connected to my install the wireless package for the open. I think there's nothing mentioned here about the wireless. IWD. So okay, let's make this bigger as well, same as above. Emerge PV. I think we need to source this now to a new, what was this command? Oh. So it can be it's just too much. So source, yeah. No, that's not the one I'm looking for. Where is that? Here. Update to. Yeah. Why it's on the. Okay. Why it's in there now? So see, I don't understand this. Let me just exit this and go back again. All right, so we are in the new system again. So where am I now? Bootloader. So networking tools. WPA supplicant. I don't think you need this one. Let me just look. System D, I already enabled that. No, doesn't need the WPA supplicant because now the IWD, I believe, PB IWD is already installed. Oh, still not there. Do we need this? Because just make sure that if you want to add, okay, guys, I have a wireless on my system that will again reinstall the network manager. Okay, never mind. Copy, so none etc portage package that use, and let's call it network manager. So I need to add in here a IWD. Let me just see which one is enabled by default. So Bluetooth contact inspection modem manager, policy kit system D, Wi-Fi is already there, DHCPD, and so on. So it's only the IWD. All right. Exit. So need to merge again this to update. So we'll get the IWD. Great. So now selecting bootloader. Now for this, the default is grab, so I'm just gonna use grab for now. I mean, I've been using grab for a very long time, and I don't have really an issue with it. So, see in here, the grab platform is already enabled, which it will mention in here that we need to ensure that the grab platform is enabled, and this will be added in here. Will need to be added on the make.com before emerging grab. So emerge as boot to install. Now installing grab is now it's both of them are running, are emerging. Now for installing the grab, make sure you just don't copy paste, and you need to make sure that you're assigning the EFI directory. So in my case, because I have a separate EFI partition, so I need to add in here the EFI, otherwise it will not install. Then since I have a lot of distro on my system, it's better that I will assign a ID, because then I will not get confused. Now I know my other system, on my other Gentoo, I have like this. So now I have this Gentoo hyperland. So installing that, we should not get any errors, which this is a good sign. So where is it now? File system grab. So after you install, then you need to, of course, configure. So we can boot into here. All right, very good. So it found the Linux image, and it looks the Initramfs. This one is already finished. All right, it's already finished. Good. Oh, I installed. Okay, anyway, it will just complain. So once you grab is done, so now we are going to the rebooting the system. Now I'm gonna reboot the system. Exit. I'm gonna reboot my system, and I hope my laptop will pick up. So then you can see if it works. If it works. If it works, very good. If it's not, then you need to chroot the system again. Now for CH rooting up, because once you boot into your system, CH rooting, you need again live ISO or your system. So good luck to me. Rebooting now. Hopefully. All right, so it looks like I can find. Let me just select from the boot. Let's just wait. It's just Gentoo hyperland here. All right. Good. It's there. So, it's good. The OBS can pick up. Oop, there's a error in there. All right. So keep root password for maintenance. What is the maintenance? What's the problem here? Okay. It's in here. What is the issue? Journal CTLB. We just double check. Config security SE Linux. I didn't put any SE Linux. Missing mount point. Device mapper. Interesting. Mount point. Wrong FS type. STD2. Why? Alright, so nano etc Fstab. Defaults no A time. Just take a quick picture. LSBLKF. So the STD2 it is correct. I think it's not the, we should not put the defaults. think that's the reason why. So here, for example, of course, my boot partition is not bfat, it's ext4. Yeah, let me just change this. See in here and the above, it's okay. So ext4, an idiot. So no O2, and let's change this to 1 and 2 as on the above. All right, let's try again. It's so funny. I hope my OBS can pick up. Yay! It's in there. Good. Hopefully. I think if I type now, oop, I'm still not added. So root, and assign my root. Great. Ping C. Let's just say Google C3, google.com. Yes, I have internet. And if I type in there, good, my wireless is working. Yay. Okay, so I'm gonna end the video here, just for the everybody loves NeoFetch. So I'm just gonna install quickly a NeoFetch and run NeoFetch. Clear NeoFetch. There you go. So 567, 618 megabytes. That's because I have a higher resolution. Lower resolution, then you have a less one. Okay, I'm gonna end the video here. It's quite long, and maybe in my next video I'm gonna install a hyperLAN in here. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy it. I enjoy it, to be honest. So you have a good day, and again, if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribe. It will help me. If you have any question, you can ask me. I have a Facebook group which I created. Have also a Discord. If you need information, I'm gonna put it on the description. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and you all have a good day. Bye now.